This is the toughest woman I've ever met. The baby is about to be born, and she's wearing a high heel in order to sign a big order. She hid her appointment with a client from her husband, but the next moment, a sharp pain came from her abdomen. It was only when her assistant warned her, she realized that her water had suddenly broken. In order to ease the embarrassment, she lied that the employee didn't wipe the water off the floor. She calmly took the client away, but the next moment, the woman screamed. Scared assistant rushes to a hospital by taxi, but the congested roads made the rich woman nearly give birth to her baby in the car. The driver had to choose a nearby hospital. Due to the poor condition of the hospital, there were only shared rooms. It was hard for the rich woman to accept, but she had to put up with it for the sake of her children. The crowded room and the moldy snow made her dislike the hospital, but when faced with clients, the rich woman immediately pretended to be calm again. Suddenly, the screams of her clinical patients disturbed her thoughts. A thoughtful assistant pulls back the curtain. She told the girl to be patient and not to disturb the public. The sudden accusation of the girl is incredibly angry. In the midst of their screams, the rich woman succeeded in giving birth to a child. The moment she woke up, she asked for the newborn score. When she found out that it was only an 8, she questioned the hospital's skill in delivering the baby. In order to have a souvenir with her daughter, the rich woman ordered her assistant to get a makeup artist and a photographer, but the moment she saw her daughter, tears welled up in her heart. This is the first family photo of her baby. Due to the newborn baby can't get used to the strong moldy smell in the hospital room, they'll stay in the nursery until they're discharged. The rich woman is always worried about the baby's food, so every once in a while, she brought in sterilized clothes and powdered milk. She told the nurse that her baby could only be fed from these sterilized bottles. The girl on the other side couldn't stand it any longer. "You're the only one here who isn't sterilized." No one expected these two needle-sharp women would soon be living under the same roof or their 2 children. Soon it was time to leave the hospital. The rich woman was discharged from the hospital accompanied by her husband. Woman gives birth to a child in middle age. She wants the best care for her child, so she chose to take a year off to stay home with her baby. But on that very day, Anna received a call from the hospital. This completely changed her happy life. Due to the negligence of a rookie nurse, the labels of the 2 children in the same ward were mixed up, which indirectly led to the rich woman's child became another girl's child. In the face of the director's ridiculous explanation, the 2 families were furious. The hospital wanted to make up for this big mistake and get a perfect solution, decided to follow the procedure. First, let the 2 families do a paternity test. Before the results, both sides can only hold the child back and wait for news. The rich woman went back in a very low mood. She caressed the baby and didn't dare to accept the reality. Even the maid stopped her from breastfeeding the baby. The rich woman picked up the baby and begins to let go. She was afraid that once she let go, the child would no longer be her own. Her husband realized her anxiety and reluctance. He comforted her gently. The next day, Anna found the girl and invited the girl to live with her because she wanted both children. A rich woman who has always been very strict to decide the future of her children in such a hasty manner.